95% of our decisions are made based on feelings. You heard me correctly. 95% of our decisions are made based on feelings. Not logic, not rational thought, but feelings. I remember my reaction when I first encountered that statistic. Disbelief, shock. I mean, on one hand, it wasn't a surprise. I knew humans were irrational and emotional. But to see the number, something that came from scientific research, I was a little bit startled. I mean, 95%? That means only 5% of our decisions are made based on facts and logic. I remember my next thought too. If that was true, then our choices are subject to our ever-fleeting feelings and emotions, meaning our lives are a series of emotion-driven events with little forethought, direction, or purpose. As one who lives by the Invictus line, I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. This was a tough pill for me to swallow, yet it also instantly explained so much. It explained why I struggled with feelings of frustration and inadequacy from not accomplishing many of the goals on my life's to-do list. And there's that word again, feelings. I was beginning to see a pattern. Feelings leading to choices. Choices leading to more feelings, which in turn drove the next round of choices. It's a cycle, and we want to make sure it's an upward cycle, not a downward cycle. It also explains why we all struggle to see our goals through to completion. We've all felt the supreme motivation and drive to achieve something more with our lives. But for most, that motivation inevitably fades, as does the confidence and drive to achieve that goal. In fact, only 20% of the population sets goals for themselves. And of those 20%, only 30% are successful at seeing them through to fruition. If we take 30% of the initial 20%, we're left with 6%. That means only 6% of the population sets and achieves goals. That's startling to me. It's also a little bit sad. I've always been fascinated by why some people achieve so much in their lives, while others seem to do just the opposite, despite wanting to be and do more. All of this helped explain, at least in part, why most people find themselves living lives that are not the ones they set out to live 5, 10, 20 years ago. For some, like those involved in self-sabotaging behaviors, this is a good detour. But for many, and for the scope of this book, we'll focus on the feelings and subsequent decisions that hinder our ability to realize the highest expression of our existence.